Hey guys, the mid-season patch notes is here. There won't be a mid-season reinforcement, but there will be a big patch update. They're saving all the major changes to next season, and I think the reason for that is, they need more time to kind of rework stuff, and they're not under pressure to get something like game-changing in the middle of the season, so this gives them more time, but do major balancing throughout the whole season. This is similar to what we had in closer to the year one and year one DLC and year one second DLC. So that would be those first two. So they didn't really introduce mid-season reinforcement until Skull Rain. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, based on everything they said here, they will have an AMA on Reddit later. So I'll cover any new stuff that they kind of revealed that I think you guys should know. So stay tuned for another video later today when the developers are talking to the community. Now, these are the attack and win rates on both attack and defense. And they're only taking the skill gap of players on platinum and diamond. So that's a skill gap I'm in, and this is why you see a lot of balancing changing, especially the line nerf, because you're going to see data that shows line is really strong in platinum to diamond skill ranked in PC. Now the reason why they're balancing this because PC is the highest skill gap and is in what's in the pros are using for doing that, but also a lot of people in lower rank below platinum think that lion's fine. So this is balancing just for the if you play the game to the best potential, this needs to be addressed. So let's take a look. So on the left side we got the win rate, on the right side we got the pick rate. As you can see, Finka here has the highest win rate when you use Finka, and she's about 15%, right in the middle between 10 and 20. I would say 14% pick rate, and she gets a higher win rate, about 2.75%. And then you can see Line here has a high pick rate, and the win rate is above over 1.5%. And you can see Ash here doesn't really change anything. Now, what's interesting is, Hibanna is more must pick than Thermite is. She's 60%, but however, her win rate's not that high. So in fact, it's below average. But you always have to run a Hibanna, so she's a must pick on the right side. So right now it seems like even Dockerby, she is about 11 to about 12-13% pick rate, and she has a 2% win rate. So right now, if you're just going based off these stats, the highest win rate are these two operators, but they're also the least used, especially Fuse here. No one picks Fuse. Lowest pick rate. Now let's go with defenders. Now it's the same skill gap here. Now you can see Bandit is a must pick here, and then Jager is still a high pick right now. So it's interesting, Jager, even with Bandit and Jager ACOG nerf, they're still almost a must pick. Vigil is a very must pick now too. They're roaming, and same as Legion and Smoke. So these are the main four you always see high skilled players play. And I can agree with that because you need Legion as an anchor to kind of slow down the pushes, and Finka boost objective sight. Bandit, I don't know if it's for bandit tricking or as well as just to help slow down the attack of reinforced walls. Smoke, you need Smoke at the end for the last about 30 seconds of pushes. He usually wins around if he's still alive near the end. Now, the least pick rate is Lord Tachanka, and the lowest win rate. So Lord Tachanka he's still not being loved. Echo is pretty low up there, but you can see anyone who used Kavir has a high chance of winning, but she's also about a 9% pick rate. Rook has a high chance, but his pick rate is about a little over 20%. Ella has been nerfed. She's no longer on this side anymore. She's more towards the middle, about a 28% pick rate. And you see Pulse, Valkyrie, and Doc here. So these are the two overpicked, too strong. So most likely you would see a nerf in this section right here. So we might get a Vigil nerf, Legion nerf, Smoke nerf, another Bandit and Jager nerf. That would be hardcore. We already got a Twitch nerf, got an Ash nerf already, Line nerf. So those are okay. I think they're fine. These are what most likely be nerfed. Okay, upcoming changes. Lion. Our data indicates that Lion is currently too strong. He's close to 100% pick rate in the Pro League, and his win delta is too high in ranked as well. We will also observe feedback starting that he's not fun to play against. As such, our balancing team has been looking at a few changes to bring him in line with other attackers. Scan outline. If you detected by line scan, it will stop displaying your outline as long as you are not moving. This has two main consequences. If detected, a player stops moving, the outline will no longer appear. Attackers may know where you are, but you will be able to change your stance without them knowing. So basically, you know, if you get scanned and you stop moving, you won't be scanned anymore, but you can also like lay down or prone and they could shoot over your head, or that's what they're saying. This is the first step to give defenders more option to counter against lines detection. We are looking into improving how lines detection works, and your feedback will help us get a better idea how to proceed. Scan, charges, and cooldown. We'll be reducing number of charges from 3 to 2, so he's getting one less. We saw this on TTS. And increase the cooldown between a charge from 10 to 20 seconds, so he can't spam it as quickly. We want to force players to make more careful choices. They want to trigger line scans. Players currently able to chain scan too much during crucial moments. So, you know, let's say the diffusers are planted, they chain scan too much. Hostages taken, chain scanned. Objectives being secured, chain scanned. Okay, Jager. Jager Magpies will no longer destroy Hibanna pellets. We'll disable that interaction. She cannot be denied Magpie. So basically, Jager's gadget will no longer stop Hibanna's charges. So he is getting a nerf. A single shot from X-Crow's launcher is depleted the charges from multiple Magpies without a large utility cost to the attacking team. This contributes to Hibanna overall utility and thus increasing her pick rate. Removing this interaction will drive team to utilize her ability more and don't have to move around Jager's Magpie system. Now the thing is fine. I'm okay with this. I did think Jager shouldn't have get Hibanna's charges. Thing is, you're making Hibanna a stronger pick rate more than Thermite, and Thermite has a less pick rate than Hibanna. So this just makes Hibanna a lot stronger pick than Thermite and making Thermite more useless as an operator. Blitz. We're looking for ways to make Blitz fun to play without making him frustrating to play against. As such, Blitz shield flash range is being reduced from 8 meters to 5 meters. He will also have fewer changes from 5 to 4. So Blitz is being nerfed again. His flash is no longer going to be as far. He has to be a lot closer to you, and he has 4 charges of flash on his shield instead of 5. So Blitz is being nerfed after being buffed a couple of times. So we might get a trend hashtag buff Blitz again. Okay, year 3, season 1, Blitz change has brought his pick rate closer to the average. But his win delta remains too high. Reducing his flashing power is a first step in that direction. We're looking into ways to give defenders more options to counter him in melee range, but that will take more time. I thought Blitz was strong, but I didn't think he needed this nerf. Maybe we'll see. He's still strong, but not as strong. We'll see. Vigil. We're altering how players use the electronic render cloak. It will now deplete its charge 12 seconds as opposed to 30 seconds. It will now refuel half the time from 12 seconds to 6 seconds. So they're changing Vigil where 30 seconds that gets undetected by drones, that's changing to 12 seconds. But however, the cooldown between it is being reduced to 6 seconds before it gets another 12 seconds charge. So this is a change. I would say this is a nerf. Because Vigil, he does have a long... I do agree with this nerf. I actually do agree with this because 30 seconds is kind of a long time. This makes him more of a balanced operator in my opinion. And plus he's a high win rate in the defense, as I showed you in that quadrant. Following the nerf to Ella, Vigil has risen to the top of the pack and has become one of the strongest roamers in the game. This will challenge Vigil players' resource management, requires more skillful and remain effective. We plan to keep an eye on the loadout weapons in particular moving forward. So they're going to look at his weapons. And forward, I don't think it's going to change. His weapon's still going to be used the same way, not the shotgun. And I think this will make Vigil players become more skillful or require more skill play in timing his detection. So I actually agree with that change. Hibanna is losing her claymore and receiving breach charge. Ooh, so that's a change. So she got buffed and nerfed. She is picked too often in pro and ranked play. This is because she brings actual utility to the attacker. She's better at gunfights than Thermite, but we want to adjust her utility before touching her weapon. Thermite will only be will be the only hard breacher with Claymore. We expect this swap rebalance their popularity. There may be changes in the future, but we'll keep an eye on the impact of utility changes first. So Hibanna's loser and Claymore getting breach charge. So put him more in line with Thermite. Thermite. No, does Thermite have breach charge? No, I think Thermite does have breach charge or flashbangs. No, Claymore and flashbangs, I don't think has breach charge. So Hibanna's losing Claymore. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Make more balance between Hibanna Thermite, and Hibanna already got a buff from Jager is no longer being able to kill her pellets. Ying. We swapped out Ying's smoke grenades for Claymore. She's currently too strong in highly organized groups, too weak in high level ranked match. In this change, coupled by the LMG change, will make her balancing choice in both contexts. So right now, she is too weak in high level play, which is platinum to diamond in PC, but she is too strong in lower level play, gold and lower. So they're gonna change her smoke grenades to claymores, and they're gonna change LMG. Globally, LMGs are too weak right now. We made a pass on their damage to normalize it against their generally low fire rate. Rate of fire will review the recoil once implement new recoil system. So the new recoil system will come later, but it will affect this gun later range. So here, their LMG is getting a buff. It's from 0 to 25 meters. It's 41 damage, and it has a drop-off rate between 25 to 40 meters, 26. So it got up by 9 damage. Now you can see the suppress is going to be the same. The heavy barrel is it's going to do the same damage, 32 from 25 to 40 meters instead. So it's a 3 damage increase from a heavy barrel. Okay. Now you can see, is it the same damage? No, the T95 LSW damage is actually higher than LMGE damage. So they're actually increased it by, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, about the same. About the same damage. So it's getting a 9 damage increase, and you can see the difference between a suppressed and heavy barrel. The M249 damage changes is being increased as well. The 6P41 damage is, well, it's sort of being changed a little bit. The further distance does more damage and slower drop off. So that's being changed. Current status, Finka. Our data indicates Finka win rate's too high right now. We want to take some time to investigate why this before making any changes. Our focus is to study the effects of her recoil reduction, the speed boost through barbed wire, and health boost. For speed and health boost, we need more data to ensure right readjustments. For recoil, we do not want to change it before implementation the new recoil system. So basically, Finka's too strong. They're going to nerf her in the future. They have to wait till the recoil system is in place for the new one, and as well as they have to look more data to figure out how to nerf her. Ella is currently in a much better place. The data indicates she's acceptable pick rate and win rate. We do not see any for changes in the short term, but keep an eye on her. So Ella's in a good spot. No more nerf. No more Ella nerf. Unique operator gadgets. Our team learned a lot from test servers of the iteration of Blitz changes. One of our key takeaways being clarification on priorities. When the operator's core gameplay varies from typical siege gunplay. Okay. Nothing different. We've seen player feedback on meta. The average round length has gone from 2 minutes and 24 seconds to 2 minutes 15 seconds, so rounds are finishing faster. We expect that nerf line will impact how the meta feels and the length of round, so maybe the line nerf may make rounds a lot longer. Okay, so we'll see. I'll give you guys an update. Anyways, for all Rainbow Six Siege news, make sure you guys subscribe, notification bell, and all notifications so you guys know what's going on. And in the description is a bunch of giveaways if you guys want some, basically the best hardcore, one of the hardcore gaming headset, mouse, is keyboard, mousepad, Steel Series, and the season pass. So you guys play the new Italian season early. And then don't forget to check out t-shirts. They have sweaters. You can change any color you guys want. And if you guys are ballsy, want unannounced operators, Alibi and Maestros here, based on the link, he will have a turret that he gets to control his camera. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.